That took a lot less shots than I thought it would. I think that was around 2 or 3 before I hit it. I hadn't used this in a while, but I didn't like the smell of tannerite in the early afternoon.
Okay, so today we're going to blow one of these up with my 243. Not this one though, this one still has some in it. We're gonna blow this up at like, we'll do, I think 50 to 100 yards will suffice. We're gonna shoot it, see if it won't explode, it's empty, but it's fine, it's good. Due to expense issues, I'm gonna set my old phone down there so we can actually record it exploding. Oh, I gotta run again. We're getting ready to blow this thing up. Jordan's gotta find his bullet. I found one. He found one. I still have breath. That's the stuff. We are now locked and loaded. Way down there. That's probably about 75 yards.
Either through or just behind it.
So we're gonna shoot one more just for good measure, just in case. Down.
Got it that time.
One left if you want to shoot.
Oh, I will after we run down there and check it out.
Okay.
Oh, you hit it twice, yeah.
I knew that was a good shot.
So
Looks like one's just a skim around the side.
yeah. Think.
It's smoking.
Yeah, there's one of your exits. Yep, I think. No. There's one entry right there. So you hit it dead on once.
Yeah.
I think the first time you hit it dead on.
And then the second one
there's
was,
the exit wound.
And then the second
That
one
one's the
was
second entry and the second exit.
Okay.
So we're gonna set it just down there. And we'll go again.
It's Mason's turn.
Is this on or off safety?
If it's not covering the red, it's off. Good call, good call. You might have missed.
Maybe.
Unless it was like me and you hit it dead on and it doesn't move when it's dead on.
I think I see an entry. Definitely got it that time.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, you can go to your local Walmart and get these for like 27 bucks, including tax. Whoa, I'm a little lightheaded. But these are very fun to shoot, whether they're full or empty. Clearly, if you saw us doing it. We're gonna go take a look at how she looks now. Whoa, almost fell. Don't try this at home, by the way. Let me take care of the slow-mo cam real quick.
Figured out where the first one hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, skim the top.
There's the second exit hole.
Holy crow, I didn't know 243 was that powerful. I'll take it though.
Oh no, I think that's entry, that's exit.
So
I might have missed that first time.
You might have missed that. No. You might have hit it somewhere. Cause
right
look
there.
look at that right there. That might be something, unless that's just ricochet from stuff that was already hit.
Oh, there's some stuff in here.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chunk of a bullet in here.
Ooh.
Maybe. That's not. I'm trying to get out.
There's piece of something right there. Not sure what that is. Yeah. And shot a helium can. It is 12:30 at night. Just got done editing the part of the video that you've seen so far. When I say I'm up late hours editing this stuff, I'm serious. So I'm making 3 sausages. I'm going to bed because I got class tomorrow. It's John playing a game with people, by the way. I think he's playing COD Zombies, I'm not sure. Alright, it's 4 minutes. And I'll have sausage. And I can go to bed. Sausage secured. Back to editing. Let's go. So as you might have noticed in our last video that we posted, the black truck is gone. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. We had it taken to a shop so that the rest of everything that needed to be done on it could be done professionally, because, you know, we're going to get all these sensors and we're not 100% sure if what we're doing is correct. And then, you know, however many of us that were working on the truck, we had to apply the knowledge that we knew. So we got as far as we could with the knowledge that we had, and so it was time for, you know, to give a professional a chance to step in and get the truck running correct, like it's supposed to. So right now I'm on my way to the shop that it just got taken to. It was at one shop, now it's taken to another shop to have an exhaust put on it, because it's got too much cold air coming into the motor, and so they can't tune it up correctly. So I'm going, getting them telling the owners of that shop what I need, check prices, see if I can afford it, first of all, and I guess go from there. There it is. So I didn't record in there, just out of respect. We're gonna put on just a regular straight pipe, no catch or anything, for about $500. Which actually, in my opinion, is a pretty good price, because just a stock exhaust was gonna be about $700 to $800. I don't really want to pay that much, so $500 works. And it should be just enough back pressure for them to get everything that they needed done at the other shop that was being worked on, so they can get everything done and working how it should be. Really excited to get it back. It's been sitting for about a year and I want to say 2 months, so it's about time to get it back. There she is.
Repeat after me. I am worthy.
I'll see you soon, girl.
Have you seen those videos like, I look good, I look good?
Well, look at mine. Like a whoop jump scare. Put your serious face on.
I don't have one of them.
Me neither. Alright, so we have something very important, kind of, just to throw out there. As you may have noticed, Trace and Dino are not in any more videos. Dino was in the last video, Trace was in like 2 videos ago. Just a lot of things happened recently. Trace kind of went on his own way, started just pushing his way towards like a more toxic friend group, and so, you know, we kind of just let him go, and then just a bunch of drama with that started, and then Dino kind of went on his own path and just drifted away as well and whatnot. And, you know, it's just me and Mason now. I mean, you know, you can tell we make do with what we got. We got, you know, big plans going on.
Recording with just 2 people is quite difficult sometimes, but we make it work.
Oh yeah, we make it work. You know, it's a vlog. You know, both of us just, you know, chip in. You know, still, you know, the whole phones thing. You know, he records, then I record and whatnot, and just, you know, we just put it all together.
Then we wait 20 minutes for whatever I record to send.
Yeah, that too. Which, by the way, you can just, there's like a quick share thing that you can do. It takes a lot less time.
We'll do that.
We'll have to try that. Yeah. But, yeah, is there anything you want to add about Dino and Trace?
Basically, let's say, like Jordan said, almost, they kind of just went on their own paths nothing really against them, but they kind of just chose their own direction that led away from hanging out with me and Jordan all the time. Not even all the time, but hanging out to make videos and enjoy the stuff that we're doing, like building the custom cowl hood. Some more projects planned for upcoming videos. But from at least from now on, for maybe a good while, it'll probably end up just being me and Jordan. Maybe a couple appearances from some other random people here and there. But for the most part, it's mainly just gonna be me and Jordan in all the videos.
I'm gonna try and get Trenton to come back. I really liked him being in that one video. But yeah, just to put it out there, there's nothing bad against Trace or Dino. I still really respect both of them. That's why the videos that do have them in, they're still there, because Trace was a big part of getting this channel going, and just getting the idea out there to all the rest of us. And he was a huge part of us launching him. And of course, you saw in that we launched Backstreet Boys video, and then Dino was a huge part. He was a cameraman for a while. He chipped in and just being in a couple of videos, just projects like when I worked on the exhaust for his truck, just the random screwing around type stuff and all that. So we still have a lot of respect for them. It's just they just chose to go in their own direction. And I'm not saying it's bad that they're not hanging out with us per se. People grow up, they find their interests, and they go off and do their own thing, and that's perfectly fine. Backstreet Boys kind of just started out as an idea, and
just a couple random people hanging out in the shop, having some fun.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, we should document this and put it on YouTube. It's more of a hobby, and let's say it goes up from there, and it turns into almost a career on the side of the careers that we already have. Would that be sick? Yes, but it's hard. It's kind of hard to make it on YouTube, especially nowadays. There's so many people that already have the ideas that you might have come up with, and they're already doing it. They're sitting there with like 1 million to 4 million subscribers. Like, I already know farther down the road, some people are gonna be like, oh, well, y'all are just like C-Boys. Y'all are trying to be C-Boys. No, it's just people already came up with the ideas that we have, or it's hard to be original nowadays. You have to just that's why we're starting off as just this is just a hobby, and we're just recording whatever we do because we think it's cool, and we think other people are going to find out something that we're doing is cool. And clearly it is. Clearly we're doing something right. We are 7 away from 100, which is a huge milestone for me, because that's in less than like 2 months of us recording, and just me, Mason, and the guys when they were still part of it. That's really big, and I'm proud of how far we came. But yeah, we have a Instagram. It's going to be in the description. We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok. We're also on Threads, which is partnered with Instagram. And farther down the road, if we actually do end up taking off, we might also have a website. But that all depends, because websites cost a lot of money to get up and running. We're going to be relying on those, free trials and whatnot. But I don't know. We'll see. We got big plans coming up.
I'm ready for them all.
Oh, yeah. I'm too.
Sorry, I had to.
All right. So, welcome to the first Backstreet Boys podcast. Hold on.